Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, namaste. Much gratitude, much grace, good love, good thanks. And we are back on Only for Hearts podcast with your host, yours truly, Josh Hightower. And today's topic, today's subject matter, what we're going to dive deep into, we're going to submerge our spirits and our essence in is where's your place of heaven? Where is your place of heaven? Ask yourself this question and really take time to think about it. Where is your place of heaven? And I know in Islam, forgive me if I say it wrong, it's Jannah or Jannah. So where's your place of heaven, or where's your place of Jannah? Where's your place of, enlightenment? Where is that spiritual safe haven? And it doesn't have to be just an actual physical place, but it can be a mental, it can be an emotional, it can be a, financial, it can be a multitude of spaces that can be a safe haven, a sanctuary for you. Where is your safe haven at? Is it in the church? Is it in the mosque? Is it in the synagogue? Is it in a gym? Whether it be a boxing gym, basketball gym, you know, uh, tennis court, diamond, baseball field. Where is it? Is it in a laboratory studying science? Is it in a library? Where is your place of heaven? Where do you reside and you see fulfillment? You see safety. You see, you know, relief of pressure and stress. And now you're able to just be and be a human. Where is it at? And excuse me. And as we are thinking about this and we are, painting this picture into our minds, feel yourself there. Actually take your mind there. What are the smells like there? What are the sounds like there? What are the activities being done there? What is the taste like there? Is there a taste that you can actually smell and taste with? Is there a sound that is very pleasant to the ear? Is it very, you know, off guard? Is it something that kind of gets your attention? Is it something that's meditative? What is it? Be honest with yourself. What is your sanctuary? Where's your place of heaven? And places of heaven for me, I can just start off by saying it's a multitude of things. It can be the boxing gym, it can be the music studio, it can be outside in nature, it can be praying, it can be with friends, it can be with just being by myself by a body of water, it can be on an instrument, it can be listening to people speak, poetry, it can be teaching. I like teaching. That's my place of heaven. Like it can be a multitude of activities. It doesn't have to be just one specific thing. Forgive me, y'all. I did kind of get congested and have a real sinus issue as the seasons are changing, but we're gonna continue working through that. But my place of heaven is simple. It's something that liberates me. It's something that frees my mind, and I almost get lost in time. I lose track of time. I feel a sense of belonging there. It's like a family. It's like a tribe. Something you be able to establish yourself in it, and not just be left alone. But if you were alone, you would be okay with that because you're so safe and you're so sound with it, so in alignment, so in pattern, so in pattern, so on beat with the rhythm, with the frequency of what it is, that it wouldn't bother you if you were alone. But you know, because it is your safe haven, it may be someone else's safe haven. Like writing is another form for mine. Like it could be a multitude of things, man. But to I say that because what are we doing to reach a point of enlightenment? What are we doing to recharge ourselves? Because sanctuaries recharge, they protect, they help guide you and enlighten you. What are we doing? What are the things that help recharge us, bring us back to life? Out of this crazy world, all this stuff going on. Where's your place of heaven? Is it your partner too? Is your partner one of those things or one of those places you can call on to be your place of heaven? Is it your friends? Is it your family? What are those things? Really analyze that, because that can be the thing that can, add stress or eliminate stress depending on if it is or isn't that place of heaven for you. Because if it's not your place of heaven and it's not recharging you, relieving you of stress, replenishing your spirit, then that means it's taking from you. It's draining you. It's not giving you the nutrients of life and the nutrients of love and admiration, bravery, courage, and just gratitude. It's robbing you of those things. And if you're robbing energy, you're energy excuse me, you're an energy vampire. And we don't do energy vampires. We don't, even associate with those, and they do try to come into your aura field from time to time when you know how high vibrational your energy is, but we as people don't allow it. We manifest beautiful love, admiration, and then we manifest alignment with the utmost respect in the utmost place of love and places of heaven. When I think of heaven, I think of it being something that is geared towards you, geared towards your mission, geared towards your purpose, and you're able to see things and just be you and be free. Be free. That's all you are. You're being free. And the duality thing of that is, what is your place of hell also? What are the things that can torment or torment your mind, torment your body? What is a place of hell that pushes you or that makes you feel tortured? Something that you may not love doing, but you have to do it. Something that is, irritating to you, but you have to push through it. Maybe a storm or a sense of adversity you're going through right now, or a part of you that you haven't addressed and you haven't really faced, those demons, so to say, that's stuck within you, or those skeletons that's in your closet. Because duality is here. This is duality. You have a place of heaven, but you also have a place of hell. You know, and we construct those things in our mind. Same way we think of a heaven, we think of a heaven-like place, we think of a hell-like place too. Lake fire mentality, being stuck in the same time loop, that's a hell-like mentality for me, because if you're stuck in this time loop of forever not growing in pain, that's like hell almost. But if you're in a place of essence and peace, and you're grateful, that's a heaven-like construct of the mind and the spirit, interacting with the universe. And to be a person to say, oh, this is hell for me. Why does it make it hell for you? Is it the process of what's going on? Is it the repetition? Is it the actual sense of like, hey, this is like a part of me I haven't addressed? Is it, it could be a list of things that we as people can miss out on and say we are not engaging in as people. And we can sometimes leave ourselves out of, engagement because we think that it's okay to just kind of ignore it and move past it like it's nothing. And people are real good at doing that because, you know, people want to just look past things to move on and not have to work on something, because the less you have to work on it, the less effort you have to put into something. And the less effort means you get to just, chill, relax, and be comfortable. And we're humans, creatures of habit. We love being comfortable. So that can be a big issue, as far as us being in a growing mind state, or being able to reach our place of heaven. If we ignore those hell like places because they are easy to just put to the back burner, eventually they're gonna pop up one day, into our heaven like places, because they're gonna address things at the door. As soon as you step out of that place, you're gonna have to address it. It's gonna be at your front door. It's gonna be right there knocking. And duality serves a purpose, as within, as without, as above, so below. Duality serves that purpose. You can create the heaven you want, but you also create the hell you want. But if you don't take care of the things that are in your life that are manifesting, which are the bad habits or the bad aspects of you, those things can manifest into hell like constructs if you allow them to. But if you focus on knocking those out, correcting those mistakes, then they'll give your heaven like constructs more room to breathe. You're clearing out those skeletons in your closet. So now you can add the heaven like pieces to that closet space, instead of it just being the room or like half the room. Now you can add it to that closet. Now you can add it to the other parts of you, other aspects of you, because you cleaned out those demons or those, low vibrational thoughts or ideas or traumas that you went through. Now you get to be able to expand. Now you're being expansive. And this can be a very scary experience, because you have to dig deep. You got to dig deep. You can't just be surface level. You can't be on a surface level mentality. You have to go within. You have to go beyond the surface. This isn't no, okay, we'll start here. I know this and that. You have to ask questions to your questions, and then you have to ask why to those questions of your questions, and you have to keep going and find these, these routes that lead into a beautiful puzzle or beautiful maze that leads you back to a destination or a journey that sees fit for your heaven. And I'm enjoying it, man. Like I can attest that me as a person, I'm learning me more and more. Things that I thought I got over, like certain things in my life I was thought I wasn't angry about no more, upset. It makes you like go back and be like, nah, you still got something there. And it's some lady, I forgot what her name, Doctor Someone. It's someone, right? And she said the reason why you've healed is that when you go and revisit something in your mind, there is an emotion for it. There isn't a, you know, emotion going up and down roller coaster. You just feel okay. You're okay with it. It's like a flat line. It's like almost like, not saying you're numb to not feel it, but it's just there. It's like it just happened and you're witnessing it from a third party, or third person perspective. And that means you've dealt with it. You've analyzed all the emotions. Now you get to be able to just sit with it. And that shows that we as people, if we don't deal with those things that are in our past or those skeletons or whatever they may be, we can, still manifest things out of the blue, or accidentally bleed on people when we're not taking and hunkering down on those things that happen, which can be that hell like construct that we manifest. But if we take the time to dissect things, analyze and process and grieve, we can create more heaven-like structures, and heaven-like, institutes or, realities, because we've actually took the time to do the deep work and sit with ourselves. And it can be so relieving, once you find out like, all right, I'm okay with this, because now you're not pressured, or now you're not second guessing yourself. You know, you know, you know now what it is that you have, you know, been having inside of you that you needed to release, because it's like almost you don't feel 100%. You feel close, but you're not there. It's like something's still lingering in your tissues. You feel it still running through your veins and your blood, and you need to get rid of it, or it will taint your spirit. It will rob you of your joy. It will rob you of your heaven-like experience, your euphoric experience. Don't let that happen, man. You have the ability to manifest your heaven. You have that, you know. And I said in one of my videos, probably way earlier on, um, probably talking about gratitude. What if the creator, Yahweh, Allah, whatever it may be, speaking of Ramadan, shout out to people who's participating in Ramadan coming up March 1st, March 2nd is probably when this video drops. Um, if you are saying, I want a spot saved for me in heaven, or Juna, however you pronounce it, forgive me, and you say, you know what if God said, in order to get somewhere, you have to appreciate what is in front of you now. Same with people who are saying, you know what, I want a car, but I'm grateful I got legs, because there's people that's wheelchair bound, or people that's like, dang, I want to get this certain type of car, but you got a car. There's people that's walking or riding their bike. But then you got people saying, you know what, I want this jet. But then you got people who don't got a car and they're riding their bike. So it's like you got the car you want. So it's like, man, show some appreciation, man. And in order to reach multiple heavens, you have to appreciate the heavens you have. Appreciate the time now that you get to sit with those monsters and those demons, so they don't manifest into something bigger, because then you gotta fight harder. You got a lot more on your plate to deal with. And it can rob you of your joy. It can rob you of your heaven. And that's what another factor of appreciation coming into. That heaven is that abundance, that appreciation, that gratitude, being thankful. And we can do this and it can showcase beautiful, beautiful, beautiful avenues for us, beautiful heaven-like realities, heaven-like conversations, feelings, achievements, in visions, whatever it may be. And I say that to say like that's something we should all practice, that gratitude and be appreciative, because that's part of heaven. That's part of manifesting heaven. That's part of dealing with those skeletons and those demons that some people say they face. And really dotting your I's and crossing your T's. You're being attentive. You're paying attention. You're taking account, being accountable for everything. You're not just, okay, I'll put it to the side for later so it can manifest 5, 10 years from now in your marriage, in your relationship with your kids, in your new business that you just started, in a new sponsorship, in a new nonprofit, in a new, organization, whatever it may be, man. You have the ability to manifest your heaven now. And understanding and understanding duality, you also have the power to manifest your hell if you don't take care of those things that need to be checked and corrected along the way. And that is powerful. That is powerful. That is powerful. That is something we all should do, and we should also be attentive to. And it will be tedious. Yes, it will be tedious, but it is worthwhile. It is worth the effort. It is worth the grind. It's worth the patience, because now you get to be in a state of heaven. You get to be in a sanctuary that is constant and that is flourishing, whether it be, sports, be music, be arts, whatever it may be, nature, whatever it may be, a sanctuary, the mosque, the church, the synagogue, wherever it may be, you get to finally be in your heaven and be present in your heaven, and not allow these demons to show up at the front doorsteps of these heavens that you are manifesting and creating this beautiful life in. And that is how you do it. That is how you show, the world that you can create your own heaven. You can manifest your own, euphoric feelings and euphoric sanctuaries that you can just sit and be you and be present and be your authentic self and be organic to the fullest extent. And that is all today for the video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, your heaven is, whatever you feel free and liberated in. Liberation is the most beautiful thing in the world, because you get to be free from any social chains and constructs that people try to put and limit you and your spirit and your aura field on. Continue to be you, continue to be beautiful, strong, and empowering yourself, which empowers others day-to-day basis. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, namaste. Much gratitude, much grace. We give love, we give thanks. Peace.